To create a PDF file from InDesign, we go up to File and select Export. And for the format, we choose Adobe PDF. We name our file and we choose location, and then we click the Save button. When we do that, we get the Export Adobe PDF Settings dialog box comes up, and at the top of the screen we have the presets. If we click on there, we see a number of different presets. So we're going to choose smallest file size because the first file we're going to create is going to be a low-res PDF for proofing purposes. If we go and look in the compression settings, we can see that the image compression will be 100 pixels per inch, so quite a low resolution, which will be suitable for sending off to email and viewing on the screen, but would not produce a great quality PDF for printing. The compression is JPEG and the image quality is low. There's no marks of any sort or bleed because this is just a proofing file. So we're happy with all those settings, and we click on Export. InDesign creates our PDF, and then we go into our folder, and here's our PDF file. It's 127 kilobytes, and if we open that up, we can see that our document appears exactly as it did in InDesign. It's A4 in size, but if we go to 400%, we can see that our images are quite pixelated because the image setting was only 100 ppi. But at 100%, which is viewing pixels at exact size, we can see that they appear quite okay. Now we want to make a high-res PDF. We go up to File, Export again. We'll rename my file and we'll call it high-res this time. Again, the format is Adobe PDF, and we click Save. Now up in the presets, we go up and choose press quality, and now if we look at our press quality settings, particularly in the compression, we can see that the pixels per inch for images will be 300 pixels per inch, which is industry standard. Compression will be JPEG and the quality will be maximum. So that will produce a press quality file that will be acceptable. Now you'll note by default press quality does not turn on trim marks or any bleed. We want trim marks and bleed for our document because we have some bleed on it. So we're going to turn on crop marks, and we're also going to turn on use document bleed settings. My document was set up with a bleed of 4mm, so InDesign passes that through to this window. Now rather than going in and turning these settings on every time I want to use it, I can save these settings as a preset. So in the bottom left corner I click on Save Preset, and I'm going to call this Press Quality Trim and Bleed. And now you can see our settings are now up in the preset window. So we click on Export, InDesign creates our file. We now look at our file here. It's a lot bigger than the low-res one, 4 or 5 times bigger. We open it up, we can see that we now have bleed and trim around the document, and if we go to 400%, we'll see that our images are now much clearer because the compression was used to set at 300 pixels per inch resolution rather than the original 100 for the low res. Creating a PDF file from Illustrator is very similar to doing one from InDesign, but instead of going File, Export, we go File, Save a Copy. Now down at the bottom of the screen here we have Format. We choose Adobe PDF, and then we name our file. We'll make this a high-res file, and I'll put AI on it so we know it's Illustrator, and click Save. Now we get our Adobe PDF options window pop up, and here in our presets, if we click in there, we can see that the press quality trim and bleed that we created in InDesign has been retained through all the Adobe programs. So we click on that, then all the settings that we had in InDesign are now here available in Illustrator. So we click Save PDF, the document gets created, and we go and look at it. Here it is here. So 640k, very similar size to the InDesign one. We open it up, you see again we've got trim and bleed. We go to 400%, You can see that our images again are very good resolution and suitable for offset printing. Here we have the same file created in Microsoft Word. Now there's no export to PDF in Microsoft Word, so in applications such as these that aren't created by Adobe, what we need to do is create a PostScript file and then convert that to a PDF using Acrobat Distiller. So from Word we go up to File, Print, and then in the bottom left corner we have the options here for PDF, and we click on Save as PostScript. We'll name our file and I'll add Word to it, and we click on Save, and it creates a PostScript file. And we can see here's our PostScript file. If we go to Adobe Acrobat Distiller, you can see we've got our default settings here, and it's kept our press quality, trim and bleed as well, plus all the usual default settings. We're going to create the smallest file size this time, which would be suitable for proofing. So we select the preset, we grab our PostScript file and we drop it on the Distiller window. It converts the PostScript file to a PDF. When it's finished, our document PDF will appear over here in this window. Here it is here. You see it's quite a small file, and we open it up. We have our document there, A4 in size, all the elements, and we go to 400. Because this is low res, we'll know that these images will look quite pixelated, but at 100% they will look fine.